So you are recording this?
Yeah, it is recorded. It is on YouTube also. So, yeah.
YouTube link is not available, sir, on calendar.
Okay, so no, okay, so now they would have put it
Now it is available, yeah.
because the session was yesterday. It was about to should have been done, but because of some it's not available, so I just shifted today. So it's fine. Okay,
Can
let's
you give
start
me
the
the link of previous class?
previous class. Okay, can somebody send the link for the previous class in the chat box? That's
It
there
will
in the
be
YouTube.
available in the calendar.
Okay. Yeah, it's there on the calendar. You can check it. If not,
Okay.
yeah, you can check it on the YouTube. This IITM BS degree channel itself. We'll go to that channel and then go to the playlist. There must be a playlist of maths on this term, September 2024. There you can find all the videos. I guess till now, four videos, like four lectures has been done. So all these four lectures must be there. And
Okay, thank you.
yeah, in the playlist, you will be having for the Hindi videos also, I guess, for week 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these all weeks I have recorded. So those videos also, if you want, you can watch if you understand Hindi. Like if you are not, like basically English lectures are the best. If you are able to, then it's totally fine. But if somebody wants to go and watch those videos are also available in the playlist. Four
Yes, yes.
weeks has been.
Sir, hello.
Yeah.
Sir, I have some doubts in the tutorials. Can you open the tutorial section?
Okay, we'll go through that after I'll discuss. I can go through the tutorial videos. You can just tell me the which one, and then I'll try to. Hello,
Sir,
sir.
in tutorial 8, and also, sir, there is some other issues according to tutorial.
Hmm.
After I attending the 10th tutorial of week 2, when I moving to tutorial 11, there is showing this for week 3 content. But it is included in the quick to content from the end of IIT Madras in our dashboard.
Okay, I'll check this. I'll check. Then that's an error from their side. I'll ask them to remove. I'll have to check first, and then if it is there after tutorial 8,
Week 2, tutorial 8.
after week 8 or from week 8, like sorry, week 8. I'm saying
Uh,
tutorial 8.
no, no, exactly tutorial 8. Uh, and the problem is that I am not talking about the tutorial 8. I am talking about that I am particular problem in tutorial 8, but the other problem is that from the tutorial 11, which is included in week 2,
Mm-hmm.
when I am clicking on the tutorial 11, then in the caption of the YouTube video, there is showing that it is for week 3 tutorial 1, but it is included
Okay.
in week 2. I don't know
Okay,
what is.
no, so what happened in the starting when for the first like when the course started in
Hmm,
2021 22. So at that time, a maths one was having like some lectures were not like earlier we used to have this content in the week 3. So that's
hmm.
why the name of the video on the YouTube has not changed. Okay, but I hope you are able to understand. So this
So,
some of
hmm,
the contents that you are learning now in week 2,
hmm,
earlier it was in week 3.
hmm,
Okay, so that's why when they have compressed, so they have included the calculus part, I guess, has been
hmm,
included after 2 3 runs, like last year. So
hmm,
when they have included the calculus, some of the calculus part that
hmm,
should
hmm,
have been there, then 1 or 2 weeks of the content has been included. So
hmm,
some of the videos has been compressed, and all the coordinate, whatever the concept that you have got, like
hmm,
for the coordinate plane and all the straight line concepts,
hmm.
those were earlier in 2 weeks. So now they have been compressed in 1 week.
So they added more
Content,
topics, more contents and topics
correct, correct.
in
Not now, not now,
last
but
year
then last year, yeah,
or
2 years.
last year.
Yeah, yeah, correct,
Hmm. They are just updating their course topics.
correct, correct. So it has been updated. Yeah.
Sir, can you please upload the calculus video in Hindi? That would be great, sir.
What? I can't, like, there is a noise. Can you?
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible a bit lower. Yeah.
So, yeah, so I was saying that I have been repeating this course, but most of the difficulties I had in calculus part only. So,
But the
if
plus
the
part,
Hindi videos are uploaded, that would be great, sir.
yeah, it will be done. Yeah, I have already recorded, so it's in the editing part. So it will be about week 5, 6 till week 6. It will be like it has been recorded in week 8, but so some like Samiksha would be recording the other part. So she has already recorded in the edits part. Like edits has been, it will be done and then it will be updated with the English content. Like I guess week 4 will be released this.
So I was saying that if it is possible to upload it in advance, right? If it is recorded, then that would be
Yeah,
great.
we'll try to do that. We'll try to release that, but it will take at least.
Because I am a commerce student and I don't have a calculus with like trigonometry in my commerce background. So
I can understand that, but yeah, so mostly it will be released by next week. Next
yeah,
week it will be released.
that
Yeah.
would be great.
And
Till
sir, for week 1, you gave one idea, no, sir. We can concentrate on set theory like that, whichever, like till which in week 1, which are like week 2, you can give that hint, no, sir. Like if it is
today we'll do that. Today I'll
okay,
just go through. I'll just summarize all the concepts of week 2 and
okay,
discuss some of squared error, and then
okay,
basically some of the squared error is the most important concept from this week. Like other concepts are also, like, all those things are pretty simple. Will be asked. And one more thing. Tutorial, if you are watching, that's fine. There can be some questions that those are really hard in the tutorial. Okay, so if you are not able to understand, like, some, you can just go through that once or twice. If you are not able to, some questions are really hard, and that has, like, it's just been given there, so it was uploaded, I guess, in the first or second run, because like the earlier the topics was very less, so there was some of the portions, like, the topics was less, so the difficulty level was pretty high. Okay, so if you are getting stuck in some of the questions of the tutorials, it's like fine, but we'll try to sort that out. But even though if you are getting difficulty, uh, I guess with some practice of the graded assignment, it will be fine, I guess. Uh, Graded assignments also, if you are facing issues from the graded assignment and practice assignment, not, like, I guess if there are 20 or 25 questions, you should not be getting stuck in more than 5 questions. Remaining, I guess, 17, 18 questions are not that difficult. 1, 2 questions, maybe I can say 5 questions. If you are getting stuck, if you are not from the math background, it's like totally fine, because you're reading for the first time, maybe. So if you're reading for the first time, it's like it's fine. Like if you're getting stuck in some of the questions, we have so many sessions to just clarify all your doubts on.
Excuse
So,
me, sir.
sir, the questions which are in the tutorial, uh, we will not get those type of questions in the quiz, right?
In the quiz, you will not be getting. You will be, maybe the best idea you'll get after seeing the mock paper. Okay, mock paper will reflect you the difficulty level, even though you'll get a, like, easier, you can say, as compared to the mock. But the best part, what you can do is at least see the previous term paper, one paper or two paper. You'll get an idea, like, the difficult. Even though we'll release the mock will give you an idea that of the difficulty level. Okay, so the mock will be the best thing that will reflect the difficulty level. Even though if we'll just compare with the graded and the practice, it will be simpler than the graded and the practice for sure. Because graded, you have the open book, like you can use all those formula, all those concepts. You have a lot of time to solve those questions right at a home. But in the exam, you'll be having 1 hour, 60 minutes, and then you'll be having 10 questions to solve. I guess 10 or 11, I am not sure. Because I saw the paper really like 1 month back, so I am not sure. It was like less than 12 questions. So, and the difficulty level would be much easier as compared to some of the graded questions that I
Excuse
can
me, sir.
assure you. Yeah.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yeah, actually, I've missed the week 1 live lectures along with the last live lecture as well due to some exams in my college. So, is there a way by which I can access them?
It's there on the YouTube. There's a channel IITM BS degree. Okay, you can go there. On the channel, there are a lot of playlists. So one will be maths one. In the starting itself, you'll find a maths one, September 2024 playlist. You can watch there. The videos that has been the live session. Okay.
Sir,
Thank you.
Yeah. And
sir.
one,
Hello, sir.
yeah, just let me complete one line.
So
So,
can you mute everyone and
yeah,
let only speak the people who have raised their hand?
okay. So what I was trying to, so the content that I've recorded in the for the week 2, you can just go through that. We'll be sharing you some of the feedback form. You can just let us know positive, negative, whatever, so that we can improve on the remaining portions of the weeks. Please mute yourself. Is that can you please mute yourself?
Vedant, mute yourself.
Vedant, mute yourself.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah.
Shanti, this is Prashant here. So I would like to request you to please, provide us the way to get PYQs, the previous year question paper. We have already got some open notes or something like that. I don't know how well that are, question papers are through. So
Okay, what I'll try to. Okay, so last week.
Because the difficulty level is we can predict now itself the preparation can be much stronger.
Yeah, correct. What I'll do is, I got you. Yeah.
And the way that you are doing, it is really helping us to go through the graded assignment. But for the qualifier, I'm really blind. I'm not able to get any sort of idea like how it is going to be and how many questions we can expect on a range like 10 to 15 or something like that, and what is the level or the way that it is going on. So if you can help us with that, maybe previous year question papers will be really great, and it will be very useful for everybody, not only for me.
Okay, yeah. I got your point. So what I'll do is I'll try to whatever the paper that I have, I'll try to upload on a drive and then share the drive link. Maybe tomorrow also I'll be taking. So maybe tomorrow I'll share that in the session. I guess that will help.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thanks. So, and one more thing, yeah. So the video that has been recorded, like remade in the Hindi. So whoever understand that Hindi can go through that, and we'll be sharing you some feedback form so that you can just fill in, maybe positive, negative, whatever you have, so that we can improve if you have to improve in any of the things. And there can be some errors, like minute errors, because that also you can just tell us. Maybe there's like somewhere if I'm saying I want to say something but I've said something else, so those things also, that minute mistake, if it is there, so that we can just update that on the maybe on the YouTube there or maybe in the portal itself, so that will help the next upcoming students. I hope that will.
The
Okay,
only suggestion is on the PYQs. If you can share, or if you can maybe if you can share that as a link, or maybe somewhere around, then it will be useful for the upcoming students and maybe the existing ones also.
It's there, like there are so many colleague, like not colleague, like so many students like has created some sites and all. They have uploaded all the previous some papers. I'll look into that. Maybe I can share tomorrow one link where you can find all the subjects previous term papers. Okay, there has been created by some of the, like some of the student who has already been there last.
So, like the 8th grade, no?
I guess, yeah, correct. One is that is grade, yeah. So you can find the previous term paper there also. You can just.
But there is uploaded paper until 2022.
Okay, at least upload till like.
Sir, please remove this Vedant Godua. I think he is a spammer.
I did not go to university. The most successful people
He's just disturbing us.
Okay, please do not disturb. Like otherwise, like you can't join from the next session. That's if you'll just do it repetitively. 24 F3 000951.
Sir, in this website, the papers were uploaded until 2022, but the recent term papers were not there.
Okay, so at least go through that. The remaining questions I can share or I can upload it on the drive and share with you, like with all. So that at least to give an idea, like you were saying, you'll get an idea now itself. You have now 20 days, I guess, for the exam. So you'll get an idea with the difficulty level. Even though I'll try to upload for week 1 and 2 one mock paper, maybe. Uh, mock 1 and 2 has not been released, right? For week 1 and 2.
No.
No. Okay. Okay. So I'll release it maybe by tomorrow itself. That will give you an idea about like which type of problems will be there for week 1 and 2. Okay.
Sir, we are watching tutorials because there is a question some in practice assignment and graded assignment which are
Solved.
described in the tutorials. That
Mhm.
type of question. That's why we are watching.
You can go. Yeah, you can go for the practice and all. Like I'm not saying that all the questions are difficult. I can say some questions are difficult. So, but that's fine. That can be like in the tutorials. Maybe in the graded also you can find some questions are difficult practice because I told you right. You have a lot of like all the stuff at your home to solve that question. You have a number of times or like you have a lot of time to solve that. But in the exam you'll be having just 60 minutes to solve 12 questions. One question will be having 5 minutes, and then there will be and the questions mostly will be MSQ type of multiple select and NAT. Okay, so it takes time to solve. So the difficulty level would be much easier. So yeah, so what you can do is for now at least you share that link with the other people so that they can just go through that. If they can just go through the question paper of the 2022, I guess that will also give them an idea. By that, like I'll upload the other one and then share with you maybe tomorrow.
So today, sir, you will discuss the practice assignment of week 2.
I'll just summarize the whole concepts and then SSC is left. So I'll just first go through that sum of squared error because that is the most important portion. So if you we'll just put some 15-20 minutes in this that because that's the most important portion for your week 2. Every year you'll get one question from SSC. So it's like very expected questions you'll be getting from SSC. So we'll
So
discuss that.
today we are doing just SSC, right?
Yeah. And then we'll go through the other portions also. And if you have a doubt, you can ask me in the end. Okay. So can you
Can
start
we
now?
start? Yeah,
Yeah,
can we
the
start?
post of this session that see we received that groups links. You just guide me, sir, how to navigate those that page. So it's because it's
Which link?
you shared not you from the IIT Madras shared that groups
Group?
group
Which group?
link.
WhatsApp.
Not WhatsApp. It's having all peoples are there. It's more categories are there. So
Like
people are
on which
posting. Yeah.
platform?
So maybe
I think he is referring to discourse.
the
Discourse. Okay. Discussion forum you're talking or discourse? If discourse and discussion forum you're talking, then that's the IITM official. But if you're talking
yeah,
about any Telegram or WhatsApp or anything,
not
then
that one. So see if you we have the course page, So in this course page there is a link is there for the group. So when you clicking that group, it's routing to one web page.
okay. Just give
There
me
are
a
Google groups for qualifiers.
Maybe qualifiers different. So who are available in the foundation, they have the different types. Because qualifier, I know that groups, but it is also different type of. So I'll share the screenshot maybe in the chat box. Maybe you tell me because we get difficult to navigate. So how to navigate, how to post and that. So I am sharing the chat box. So maybe you can tell 1 second. Yeah.
okay.
So I shared that one.
Okay. Yes. Just give me 1 minute.
He's talking about discourse.
Just one.
I already posted.
Yeah, I agree with Arun. Sometimes it is difficult to understand how to apply for any clarification, how to get clarified, etc. It will be beneficial if, sir, if we can just spend 2 to 3 minutes.
I sent direct message to you also.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay. I was just looking into something else. Yeah. So chat box, you have said something. This is discourse. Here what you can do is, if you have whatever doubt that you have, you can put it as a question or a screenshot, and you can tag me. Or what the first reference wireframe can you check? See the first one, whichever has been created by me, but like Ambisal, and you can see that there's a wireframe in the first like maths one references guideline. Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
there if you'll just go through that, it will be mentioned some 3 4 people name. If you have any doubt, you can just tag those. So at the rate, if you'll just tag that person, there's like you can tag me also, Samiksha, and then there are two TAs also, like Devam or Jivraj. Anyone
Okay.
you can tag it, they'll reply you maximum under 24 hours.
Yeah, the post session just tell me how to post that because it's having because we are new to this one, but it's different from the Google groups, right?
It's different. So there is a plus sign, right? You can just click on that plus, and then you
Okay.
can get like the way you write an email or something. So you'll just write your doubt, like if you have a doubt, let's say example in week 2 and something like question number practice assignment this one. So you can just write it as PA this one and question number this one, like
Okay.
that. Okay, and then you can write your question paper. It's like the whole whatever the question that you had, or maybe you can put it as a screenshot also. So there is an option to put the screenshot also,
Yeah.
and then you can just ask like a tag. Without tagging also, you'll get the solution, like they'll reply you in 24 hours.
Okay.
If you are not getting the reply in, like, let's say example 1 day, you can just tag also, or even in the starting itself you can tag me or the persons, like they'll reply you in that.
Okay.
So
So
by
it is,
doing that experiment, you'll learn in some time. Yeah.
it's only for the foundation people, right? Not for the qualifier, I
No,
think.
it's for the everyone. Like this for you. And one more thing. So whenever you'll ask the doubt for maths one, you'll put it in the maths one. So there's like in the courses, we'll go in the course. So there's a pop up. I guess you have opened for the maths one only. I can see that. So for each and every subject, so I guess if you are enrolled in 4 subjects, you will be having the course for 4 subjects. You can just go in any of the subject. Like for example, you have opened in the course. You can see, right, maths one you have selected. So in
Yes, yes.
maths one, you can ask the doubts regarding the maths one. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
If you'll go to the stats one, you can write, because if I am handling maths one, I can see, like, even though you will tag anywhere, I can see that. But it's better you just write it in the maths one itself, so that anybody from your, like, all the students can also see the doubts, and they can also answer that.
Okay. Oh, that V is your ID only, right?
Yeah, that's mine.
Okay. Okay. Understood. Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, can we start the session?
How
It's
do you
already 8:30.
Yeah. Let's start. Yeah. The last doubt. What you're asking something?
yeah, so the screenshot that was shown just now, how do you arrive at that interface, sir? Like, is it the official website?
Yeah, that's only the official. That's the only official. Or any other like WhatsApp, Telegram, whatever you are getting, that's not official. Somebody from you only created that. Discourse is the only thing you can, like, that I can't show now, but maybe if you'll just wait in the end, or maybe in the one of the TA session, I can show you. Like I can join and show you. Like, or maybe I can ask them to show you how to go to the discourse page, or maybe I can ask in one session, they can just invest half an hour, 45 minutes, just to tell you how to put a doubt and all. So that maybe when is the next session, I'll just ask them to do that. So your next session is happening, the TA session. The next TA session is on Wednesday 4 to 6. So they can invest for like half an hour, 4 to 4:30, just to tell you about the discourse, how to write your doubts and all. Okay, will that be fine, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
Sir, can
now,
we start?
yeah. Really sorry for that, but you can see my screen, right? Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
I have a doubt in activity question. Can you please explain me in the end of the session?
Yeah. We'll go through that.
Okay.
Okay, so in V2, I'll just first discuss SSE and then summarize the concept. So the first topic that we'll be discussing is the sum of squared error. So from the name itself, it tells you what? You have to just calculate some error, then square it, and then do the summation. The name, so everything is there in the name itself. Okay, and this is one of the metric that we use in ML mostly. But here it has been taught to you just to get an idea about one of the error, like how to calculate at least this error.
Excuse me,
You
sir.
should, what? Yeah.
Sir, can you tell me the website name because I joined later on?
Which name?
The website name.
Okay, website name. Regarding what? The question paper.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what was that? So somebody has pasted in the chat, so he can paste it now. So can you please paste the link again so that everyone can? Okay. Okay. So and everything else, like we'll just finish it the session and then you can ask whatever the doubts. Any other doubts also you have, we'll discuss there. Okay. Okay. So I was discussing about the sum of square error. So the name itself tells you have to calculate some error and then square it and then do the summation of that. So all the summation. So mostly it is one of the metric that you use in machine learning, okay, as a tool to maybe you can have a n number of models and then you can just take the help of this sum of square error to check whether which of them is the good model. Like, okay. So I'll just give you a basic idea what we do in Hammam square at what, like by which label you should be knowing about this error, like the metric sum of square error. So in the as our prof has discussed about one equation, the Ohm's law, like that equation, but I'll not be going into that. I'll just be discussing a very basic idea. Let's, for example, you have some data points. You have a data set. Okay, you have a data set that on which you are working. You have a simple data set. In that data set, you have one variable. So, and that equation, you're working on a data set where you have some x value. And corresponding to that x value, you have y value. Okay, so this data that you have collected, so this is some actual data that you have collected. Okay, from, let's for example, you just went to some one example. Let's for example, you are just building a model, and I'm not discussing, like not trying to use that word model and all, so that because most of you are not aware of that. So I'm just trying to say that there is some, like, there is a data set where there is the x value, and corresponding to that x value, y value is varying. Okay, like a straight line, right? Y equals to mx or something like that, mx plus c. Let's for example, this is how, if I'll put x, I'll get y. Okay, and this I have collected from the market. Like, let's for example, I'm going to uh, okay, so let's for example, I'm just want to judge the weight of some people, and I have the height of that people. Okay, and I want to predict their weight. So x can be your height and then y can be your weight. Okay, y we are predicting and x is the height. That I'll go and collect the data, okay, of the height of each people. Okay, I'll go there. In some places I can just collect from some sample of the 10 people. I'll just go and collect the height of, and I'll try to predict the weight. Okay, just some. Okay, so and this is what, this is the actual data that we are going on the ground and collecting the height, and correspondingly I am collecting the weight of a person, right? But there is some equations. Let's for example, some, you have, you got data, right? You have that actual data. Now what is happening, you have already built some model, some equation. Like for example, some random equation you have built. Let's for example, I have created one model and I am telling that this is varying in some, like the y value is varying, let's for example 2 times x plus some constant 2. Okay, let's for example this is mine, Vishal. Maybe some other people came and then he told that no, for me the y dash, the weight should vary like maybe 3 times x plus 3, something like that. Okay, so this I have built, like according to me this should be the model. I have used the data set, okay, and then I come upon this final condition that the weight of the people should vary like this, 2 times height plus 2. Then you came and then told me that, like, no, this should vary like this, y should be equal to, like, the weight of the person, every person should be like 3 times height plus 3. Okay, then if I have to tell me, like, if you have to tell me which one should be the best, like, how can you tell? I have this data, like, let's for example, I have some values, some data I have already. Okay, the height and weight can be in some units. I don't care about that as of now. I just took, like, this is 50, okay, and this was 25. This was 30 and this was 60. This was 45 and this was 95. Now, if you have been asked, just you have to tell me which of the two can be a best guess, or which of the two can be my model or yours, which one can be a best, how, which you'll be, how can you tell me which one is the best?
First one,
And how did you say that?
by calculating the slope.
Calculating the slope, like, okay, that's fine. From the slope also you can, okay, so you just got it from the slope. Okay, anyone
Correct.
else?
Because we are fixing the line of the dots of the coordinates can connect it, so that if I'm calculating the y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1, I'm getting the slope of 2. So it perfectly might fit into the first equation.
Okay, correct. Okay, anyone else has any answer to that? That is also correct. That's totally correct. Anyone else has any answer for that? How are you choosing? The first one or the second equation? The first equation or the second equation? Which one? And why are you choosing whatever you will choose? Anyone has any answer to that?
At
Sir,
first,
because
we have to make a straight line equation like 2x minus y plus 2 equal to 0. Then we can sum as I equal to 1 to 3 according to that.
Okay, got it. So see, there can be n number of answers regarding. So if you are just thinking that I have given this equation y equals to x. Let's for example, I don't want to go there, but this equation, let's for example, I'm just thinking that this equation is not y equals to 2x plus 2. Okay, let's not go there. Let's leave it. We'll discuss that also. But as of now, I'll just tell you a basic idea about the SSC. So how can somebody tell, like, one or two, which one is like can be a good predictor for our actual data? Okay, so from whatever the predicted data I have, from the actual data that we have collected from the market, like that we have, that's a raw data, like we went and then we have collected the actual data that we have, and this is our prediction, that this is the data that we have worked on, and then we came up with a conclusion that y should be equals to 2x plus 2. So what we will do is, I have a data yx, that's the actual data. Then what I'll do is, for me, yb, I'll just write it, and whatever I have to calculate, I have to compare with y dash. Okay, I'll just write y dash. So corresponding to 25, 30, and 45, I was having 50, 60, and 95. Correct? So first I'll calculate the sum of a squared error. Okay, so what did I say? Sum of a squared error is, you have to calculate first the error, the deviation from the actual value, then square all those errors, and then do the summation. Okay, so 3 steps, right? So now first of all, you have to calculate yb. According to yb, what should be the, if I'm putting 25 inside this formula, I'll be getting what? 52. Correct? Is till now everybody is able to understand that? Cope up with me what we are
Yes.
trying to do? Okay.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now second equation, if I'm, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, sir. Now understand.
Okay, if I'll put 30 here, so I'll be getting 62. If I'll put 45, I'll be getting 92. This is my model. I built that, and I thought, okay, if I'll put weight in some unit 25, I should be, sorry, height in some unit 25, I should be getting 50 as a some unit for the weight for that particular person. But the actual weight is what? 50. So how much error I am getting? YV minus Y. What's the error that I am getting? 2, right? 2 units of error. From my model, it should have been 52, but actually it is 50, correct? So what's the difference? 2, right?
Yes.
2 is the
Yes, sir.
difference. 52 minus 50 is 2, right? And then
Yes.
what did I say? You have to calculate the error, then do the square, and then do summation. So I did the error, and then I will do the square of that. So 2 square. Similarly, for this case also, 2 square. And from the third case also, 3 square. Correct? And what I have to do in the end? I have to do the summation. Correct? So then 4 plus 4 plus 9. So 8 plus 9 is 70. Correct? So this much SSE I got, sum of a square error. See, and I'll tell you. Now yours model. So you have built a model, maybe a student, minus y. So you are getting how much? So 3 times. So 3x. So it's like 75 plus 3. So this is 78, correct? 78 minus 28 square. So it's very high. Similarly, it will be very high for the second case also, third case also. And then the number will be very high, a high number. Okay, and this is sum of square root. So now if you'll be asked which of the following is the best predictor for your actual data set, then you have said, and people have said 17, maybe because of they have gone through that from this data set itself, they have got an idea that this is like some straight line itself. All the data set is fitting on a straight line with a slope 2. From the data set itself, they have got an idea. And maybe if you're not able to, let's for example, if this was not a straight line, not a straight line given, like the equation was given in like y equals to 2x square or y equals to 3x square, something like that. Okay. So in those cases, what will you do? You'll just calculate. This is one of the metric that you use to check whether which of the model or which of the line or which of the equation that you have generally represent your data. So your data was this, and this is the equation that has represented nicely, and on which factor you have set on the calculation of the sum of square error. This is one of the metric. There are n number of metric to check whether which one, and that depends on the model to model also. So this equation, if you have to just tell me which of them is correct, like the best, this is also not incorrect. Just say that if you compare this to this is the better one. Okay, and why it is a better? Because the error that we are getting is much less as compared to the other model. Are you getting? Have you got everything like whatever I've said till now?
Yes, sir.
No
Yes,
doubt,
sir.
right? There's no doubt anyone has. Okay. Good.
Sir, tell me, like I will explain what I understand. So you have a equation
Hmm.
for a particular data set. So here you have put a value of x, like that is 25, 30, 45. And according to that, you should get like 50, 60, 95, these values. Uh, and you have some another equations uh, like that YV and YSV. So these are some another equation for the same data set, and you are comparing these two equation, which is more efficient to uh,
Correct. Correct. That will
yeah
more
this is
efficiently represent your data set. Whatever the data
mm,
set that you were having, that will, which of the equation will more efficiently, so like which of them is the nice
mm,
equation to represent this data set. Okay.
okay.
Sir, I have
Yeah.
sent you directly in the Zoom chat box a image according to this question. Can you open it, sir?
Yeah. I'll open that. So yeah, so I'll go through that. But by that, like everyone got the idea about the sum of square error.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
With a different perspective, I'll try to say. See, in the lectures, like it was like solved regarding Ohm's law, like concept, like in the childhood. So this is the equation that you know, right? So if we have like a wire and then you just pass some current, okay. So and you'll just measure the voltage, you'll be getting an idea regarding the resistance also, right? If we have a wire or any device where you can pass the current through that. So this is one the Ohm's law that, and this is the theoretical value. So if you have and you were doing that in the like you have done that experiment in the class 10th or 12th, okay. So you were having some conductor and then you were passing the current and then noting the voltage, and corresponding to that you are measuring the resistance. What is the resistance that has been uh, like inducted, or what is the resistance regarding for any of the conductor that we are doing the experiment. Okay, so and this can be represented in the form of a y equals to mx. This is your theoretical value, that if you are passing some x value, you should be getting some y, right, corresponding to some m value. Okay, this was totally theoretical value, like this was some equation that has been proven. Okay, but when you measure it, you'll always not be getting corresponding to this equation, right? So you'll be getting something else, correct? Something else value. If you're putting some value of x and whatever the resistance that is having that inductor or a conductor, so you'll be getting a different voltage, right? Let's for example, the theoretical value that you are getting y, if you are passing some x value, 5 you are passing, you should get 10. Okay, if you are passing 6, you should get 12. If you are passing 7, you should get 14, right? This is the actual value, that theoretical value y t. This you should be getting according to this equation, because this has been proven. But what happens, and this is what like corresponding to some conductor having a resistance of 1 ohm. Okay, but in actual, when you were doing the experiment, you'll get something else, right? This is the experimented, or the experimented data. You'll get, let's for example, you'll be getting 11 here, 14 here, 17 here, something like that. And then if you have been asked what's the error, that like sum of square rate that you are getting, okay, then you can directly calculate. So whatever the actual that you have gotten minus theoretical, so whatever the actual that you have gotten minus y theoretical, and then do the square. So this basically what sum of a square error. Calculate the square, calculate the error, do the square, and do the summation. That is what your sum of square error is. Okay, so this is how you calculate it, and this is like much easy concept to understand. And you'll read more metric, like you'll go to the other courses and all, you'll keep on reading the different types of metric to check. When you'll build a model or something, you'll check which of them can be a one good model. So one metric can be the sum of square error. There are other also, but okay, that's fine. I hope this is clear to everyone. The concept is clear. We'll solve some problems, but I guess the concept is clear, right?
Yes, the concept is clear.
Yeah, sir.
Okay, so if I'll just give you one question, can you solve it? I'm giving you one data set, X, and corresponding to that, I'm giving you Y also. So the data set that I have is, if I'm putting 1, I'm getting 5, 2, 6, 4, 9, 9, 18. Okay, and that's, but the actual, the value, it should have followed this equation. But when I went and collected the data, it was the actual data was this. So what's the error that I'm getting? Like the sum of, what is the sum of squared error? You can just think any of them can be predicted or actual. There is no difference, because when you calculate the error y minus y dash, you do the square. So even though you do y dash minus y or y minus y dash, totally fine. Actual minus predicted or predicted minus actual. From both the cases, you'll get the same answer. So you don't have to worry about that.
The calculation will be so much lengthy, sir, because we have to square much more.
No, you don't have to. Like, it's not that.
The error is 4.
It's not 4, I guess. It must be 1.
It is 11.
6.
11.
I guess
6, sir.
It is 6.
Yeah, it is 6. 1 k square, then 0, and then 4. So 6. It's fine. This, like, I guess you got the idea. So no problem. You'll be able to solve this
The
type of
third
problem.
one is 0.
Sorry, the third one is
Second
-4.
one is 0, sir.
Second one is 0. Second one is
Square
0.
error is 37.
Not 37, right? Okay, so this is what 2x plus 2. If you'll put x equals to 1, you'll get what? 4 here. So 4 minus 5 ka whole square. So here you will be getting what? 6 only. 6 minus 6 ka whole square. Here you will be getting what? 8 minus 9 ka whole square. Or 10 minus 9 ka whole square. Here you will be getting what? 18 plus 2. So 20 minus 18 ka square. So here you are getting 1. here 0, here 1, and here 2 square. So 4. So 1 plus 1. What? You'll not be getting minus anywhere because you're doing the square, right? Either you do 4 minus 5 square or 5 minus 4 square. Or maybe I guess this is 6 minus 5 square. Or 5 minus 6.
I just added them.
No, that's a different metric. Okay, that's a different metric altogether. So see, there's a reason behind that also, but that's not important for you. See, whenever you represent a data in a form of a straight line, for example, this is your best fit line that you have got. Okay, let's for example, the data set was something like that. This was the data set for you, and then you have to check whether this line is the L1 is good or L2 is good. Okay. So basically, what you're doing, you are just calculating some distance from the line, squaring it, and then doing the summation, right? And for whichever line it is lesser, you just tell that line is a better one. You don't calculate, you don't take the mod, like not the mod one. You can't directly calculate the error, because if you'll just calculate the error, there can be some line where all the value will be in the form, like there will be a line where some value, let's say example, one is like very large and the other one is small. So collectively it will be 0. So according to your, like if you'll just take the summation of the error, according to you, the L1 can be a better one, but that will not be, because one positive and the other negative, like all can make it 0, and you'll think that the error is 0 for that case, but that's not the case. So that's why we are doing the square, so that even though a point is here and or a point is here, it can be minus or plus, we just calculate the square of that error, because this is a one error, right? Even though the data point is away, like it's away from the line, right? If it is away, I'll just do the square. Okay, I'm just magnifying that error itself. Okay, if I'm magnifying that error, that's a good thing. We should not be taking only the error, because we will just take the error here, error plus error, and this is minus error. Okay, even though then according to you, it's like the error will become 0, so L1 should be better one, but that's not the case. I hope you got an idea why we are doing the square, like why this is much better compared to only just taking the error. Clear, right? Is this clear?
Yes,
or not?
Yes, sir.
You got the idea, right? Why we are doing the square of that? Why not only square? Why not
Square
only?
means square to take the correct value, right?
See,
When
if
here
let's for example,
analyze
this is L1. Even though the data, let's for example, a data point is here, and for this, this is L2. Okay, I'm not able. Like, I just want to try one. Like, what I was trying to say is, why we generally use the error in spite of error square is basically you can't have a, like you can go through, you can do the mistake blunder when the summation of the error can come out to be a 0, but that's not represent the best line, because
correct.
Plus and minus can make like the calculation as a 0, right? Or maybe some one infinite point and then the other minus infinite point, right? But like
Yes,
that's totally like very far away from that actual line.
Sir, we can
But
take more than that.
what? Yeah, so there can be some point that's very far away in the positive side and very far away in the negative side. But
Negative side.
Yeah, but that's why we take it error square, so that whatever the error that is, it will get magnified. So that's a better metric to calculate, and we'll do the summation of all those square terms, so that we'll not be getting confused, and then we'll not be marking the wrong line or the wrong model as a good one. So that's why we generally do the square for this metric, sum of a squared error. Okay.
Got it. Even modulus also do the same error. Yes.
Modulus also can help you. So there is a metric like where you'll just be doing whatever the error that you have, you'll just do the modulus. Even though it is -1, you'll make it plus, because that's an error. That much you are deflected from the correct line. So that means you should just be taking the positive, not the negative, because negative can make can subtract the error and can misjudge the line.
Got it.
Yeah. Okay, so I hope this is done. So week 2 is totally done. Now, if you have a doubt, you can just ask me.
Sir, I have shared you the question in the chat, sir. Can you please
Okay.
open?
Yeah.
Sir,
Okay,
in
what's
this
the doubt?
question,
Yeah, you can see
uh,
my screen, right? You can see the question.
yes, sir. We
Okay.
have to check each and every options, but it is very time consuming. Can we get it quickly, sir?
It is time. Yeah, it is time consuming. That I can. Yeah, but for this question, is it like it's not time consuming, right? You can directly tell from the equation itself. The last two equation are out, right? You can't correct. The last two equation is, and even the first you can't. Like from the data set itself, you can get an idea. Like if you have been asked to calculate the sum of squared error, you have to put. You can't. You don't have any other option. You don't like. You can't. There
Sir,
is no.
can we
Yeah.
do it by option elimination?
Option elimination you can do, right? The third, fourth option you can directly eliminate, because if no, you can't eliminate that also. No, you can't do. You can't do. For this question, you'll have to calculate, because maybe corresponding to y equals to 4x, it was okay. You have to check for the best fit line. Yeah, so best fit line, wherever the sum of square error is minimum, that will be the best fit line. But you don't. This question is pretty simple, right? Wherever the sum of square error, from the option itself, you can see that the second option is the minimum square sum
Yes,
of square
40
error.
already given, right?
Sir,
But
already they have given SSC.
SSC,
From,
so
Yeah,
40
yeah,
is the best fit.
yeah. Both.
from
Yeah.
that lowest is 40.
Correct.
Correct.
Only one thing can make you like, maybe they have calculated with the sum of square error itself, they have given the wrong. So for that, you have to like, maybe let's for example the sum of square error is 40, but they would have given 80. Even they would have given 80, you would have marked B, because if you are not calculated. Are you getting?
So we have to find out the best minimum value for SSC.
Yeah, this is what I taught you, right? Whenever you have to calculate the best fit line, you have to calculate the sum of a square error for all the corresponding equation that has been given, and then wherever the minimum error that you are getting, sum of a square error you are getting as a minimum, that will be the
that will be the best fit.
That will be the best fit line. That best represent your line data point. Okay, so that
So
is
even
what you
option also they are giving wrong. They won't be giving wrong, right? Because they're given 40 is correct, so that we are choosing directly as is 40.
Yeah, I just gave like an other aspect of that. Like maybe let's for example, they would have given as a foot 80, and even y equals to x itself was totally wrong. Then you would have chosen from y equals to 2x, 3x, 4x, because they see there's nothing called best and worst like in ML. Okay, there's like always you can have a better model, even though it's like y equals to x, there can be a better than this also. So there's nothing called best.
Okay.
So that is what I'm trying to say now. If we'll just discuss like all the things about the machine.
From this option, we can easily guess. So how now the magnitude will be increased. The 2x, 3x, 4x. The 1x will be the magnitude very less. So in this case, maybe you can, in this way, maybe we can select quickly.
Yeah, see, to correct this, like you can directly say from the SSC. But what I'm trying to, yeah, that also is a correct method. You just see, okay, for 0 it is 1, for 1, okay, it is increasing. It's not increasing that much. If it was increasing that much, then you would have gone for 2x, 3x, 4x, something like that. But it is increasing some like
if they're giving the different equation, maybe it will be complex. For this all there is no constant portion, only the 2x, 4x, 3x, 4x. So wherever the bigger number, the magnitude will be there, which means the error value will be more. So the lesser x, it will be the smaller number. So in this way, maybe we can select easily.
Yeah, correct. But see, in the exam, you can't take like, first of all, like.
Sir, I think the easy method is whichever is the lower, that for that we can calculate. That's better. If it is correct, then we can put that answer.
That's the best method. Yeah.
Yeah. Here it is 40 is correct, sir.
Yeah, so you can just directly check whether it's 40 or not. If it's 40, you can directly mark it as, because other will be incorrect for sure. Like even though for other the SSC is correct, but the equation those equations are not the better one. The better one is y equals to x.
But sir, we can't always assume that in the option, the SSC value given, even though it is lesser, in this case, option 2 showing lesser, we can't assume that the 40 is actually a correct answer, right? We
So
still
that's
need to
why she
calculate, right?
said. That's why she said whichever is the list, you just calculate the SSC for that corresponding, like y
Okay,
equals to
okay.
x.
Got
If
it.
it is
Got
coming to be a correct, then for sure that is the correct option.
It
You
makes
can't go,
sense.
yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
Yes, Karthik. So if you selecting, see if they're giving y equal to x in two options now, maybe your point is valid. So maybe we need to calculate both. So which one
Correct.
is
Yeah.
right?
If it was given something like that y equals to x with SSC as 35, then you could have checked for 35. It was incorrect, then you would have gone for 40. That's
I think this
can be
discussion
valid.
is helpful. Otherwise, I would have gone ahead and calculate all the 4 options and then wasted the time.
That's not a good method. Even though in the exam they'll just ask you to calculate SSC mostly. We will when we will discuss about the quadratic equation, then they can mix the simple SSC and the quadratic equation to just calculate some other aspect also. But when we'll go through that, we'll discuss. You can maybe in the previous term, like every term, there will be a question for sure from SSC. Okay, so you'll have to practice it with the combination of this SSC, the whole concepts plus the quadratic equation. Okay, there can be some questions where they can ask you will be the like where the slope becomes zero. Like, okay, we'll discuss that when we'll discuss the quadratic equation. But as of now, you should just be knowing the basic aspect of the quad, like the basic concept only, like how to check if you have been given 2 3 models, which one is the better one. To that you can calculate with the help of SSC only. Mostly they'll ask you to calculate the SSC itself, okay, with a simple equation, with a simple data set, and they'll ask you which of the following generally represent the best your data set. Okay, one equation that represents your data set in a nicer way. Just give me 1 second.
Sir, I have a doubt, sir. In week 1 graded assignment, 8 questions, sir. In previous class, I didn't able to listen, sir. Sir, can you please explain it me?
Yeah, can you repeat that? Like I got somebody came. Yeah, can you repeat that?
Eighth question in graded assignment week 1, sir. I have a small doubt on that question.
Week 1.
Yes, sir. Week assignment.
Okay.
Some functions 1.
Okay. Week 1. Can you tell me just which question? Just tell me which question, because the question number, if you're just telling me that.
Sir,
The question,
graded assignment questions are different for everyone, sir.
yeah, that's why I'm going to 7 1 the week the deadline is over or not?
Yes, sir. Deadline was 2nd October.
Yes, sir.
It's over.
It is.
Okay, it's over. So question number 8. What is that like? Because I will be having whatever for me whatever it comes
I
in the
will
portal.
tell the
That will
question,
be
sir. I will tell the question, sir.
uh,
F from Q to Z such that f of P by Q is equals to P minus Q, where GCD of P comma Q is 1.
Okay.
Which of the
Can
following
okay.
options are true?
Can you put it in this, like take the screenshot and put it in the chat box that we can discuss there?
Oh, okay, sir.
Can
Okay,
you
1 minute.
yeah, you can do that. By that time, anyone else has any doubt? Like somebody was asking activity question something. Can you
Sir,
yeah.
sir, week 2 का practice assignment solve कर दो ना sir.
Question number, like you can just tell me. I'll just
The
try.
particular sir question number not. You can pick some good questions and solve it.
Okay.
From your end. We have no choice. You can make your choice, sir. No problem.
Okay. We'll do that. Okay. Agar anybody has any doubt, like
Sir,
otherwise, if you don't have,
sir, I
you
have
can just
shared it.
discuss the practice assignment totally.
Sir, lecture number 2.10 and 2.11, professor is telling about something like we have read a normal equation or perpendicular distance of the straight line of any point. That's the question we have learned previously, not in data science, previously in our colleges. But I don't know what's he's talking about. I can't go with that. Can you explain?
2.10, it's like equation of a perpendicular line passing through a point.
It's a normal equation because there is a like x upon me x cos x x kind of thing. I couldn't remember that, but X upon max intercept is kind.
Which lecture you're talking about? 2.11?
2.10 and 2.11.
2.10, what I can see is 2.10 and 2.11 is like equation of like perpendicular line passing through a point. You have been given, let's for example, x minus 2y plus 3. Okay, you have to find the equation. Find the equation that find the equation that is perpendicular to this line and passing through minus 1 comma 2. This is simple, right? This has been discussed in 2.11, I guess, and 2.10 he has discussed. So this is 2.11. This is simple, right? How will you solve? You don't know, right? For to calculate an equation that is perpendicular to this line, what is the slope for this equation? Can somebody tell me what is the slope for this equation? Okay, this is equals
1 by 2.
Okay, and what is the equation of a line that is perpendicular? Okay, sorry. The equation is x minus 2y plus 3 equals to 0. Okay, so if you have this type of equation, you can directly tell, right? What's the best way if you are getting confused directly by directly saying that how it is 1 by 2? What you can do is you can just try to write this equation in the form of y equals to mx plus c, right? That's the best way you can do. Any equation that you are getting, if you are getting confused, what's the slope of that line? You just try to write it in this form. If you just write it in this form, it will be 2y equals to x plus 3 and y equals to x upon 2 plus 3y2. So what is the intercept for this equation? And which intercept it is? Is it x intercept or y intercept?
3
Y
by 2
intercept.
or
Y
y.
Y
intercept is
is
3 by
Y
2.
intercept.
It is a y intercept, right? And the slope is what? Slope is 1 by
1
2.
by 2.
1 by 2.
Okay, if for any equation, if you have to calculate the y-intercept, what can you do? You can put directly x equals to 0, right? You'll get x y-intercept. And if you have to calculate x-intercept, you can put y equals to 0, you'll get x-intercept. What is x y-intercept? Where the point is cutting the y-axis, right? That is what your y-axis, y-intercept is, right? So if you have any equation that is cutting y-axis at that particular point, x will be 0, right? So for any equation, you can directly put the value of x equals to 0, you'll get y-intercept. I hope that is making sense. So for this equation, slope is 1 upon 2. How can you calculate the equation of a line that is perpendicular to this? You already know, right? The product of those two lines would be minus 1. Correct? So what will be the slope for that equation that is perpendicular to this equation?
Minus 2.
Minus 2. Correct?
Minus.
Yeah, now you can directly write the equation of a line which is having a slope minus 2 and passing through minus 1 comma 2. Right? Was this your doubt or something else?
Sir, I'm just asking that
Sir,
is
I
there
am
any
posted the
kind of trigonometric ratios
photo
like
in chats.
we solved x by something sec x plus y by cos x kind of things? You see, it is kind of that because I'm not going through lectures. Can't manage the time, sir. That's why that's what I solved. I am solving.
I am not able to understand what you are trying to say, but
Sir, in the activity
Sir, I have a question, sir.
2.6, there is one perpendicular line, like it comes like alpha, beta, no, sir. Tan theta is equal to,
okay.
like that,
So those type of
like that.
equation, okay, got it, got it. So if you're asking that you haven't studied trigonometry till now, and then how can you solve those type of problem? So if
Yes,
there is any question regarding the trigonometry, they'll give you the hint first of all. Okay, to solve that.
Sir,
Mostly,
I'm Lokesh, sir. Sir, I
mostly
have
it will not be asked regarding the trigonometric term. Anything will not be asked regarding the trigonometry. Once they'll teach you in the week 7, after that only they'll ask you trigonometry stuffs. Okay, so you should not be worrying about the trigonometry
sir, I have
stuff. So you'll not
posted
be
the
asked any question that requires any extra things that has not been taught. Okay.
sir, I have given the photo screenshot in the chat box, sir. Can you please
Sir,
explain me that
in the
question?
Okay,
week
okay.
7,
AQ,
Trigonometry
any
will be
problem that
taught
you have,
separately.
just give me 1 minute. 2.6, somebody was asking any question. Which question you were asking?
Sir, it's about eighth question, sir. In week 1 graded assignment, I have mentioned it in the chat
That
box.
okay. We'll discuss that next. I'll discuss that. 2.6, somebody is asking. Yeah.
2.6, fifth and sixth one, sir.
Okay, fifth and sixth one. So fifth, it then given right. If two lines L1 and L2 with slope M1 and M2 with the inclination of alpha 1 and alpha 2 respective intersect each other and make an acute angle theta and obtuse angle phi, then what is the, so this is like simple, right? So if any line L1 and L2 has been given, okay, and they have what, the slope is, so this is M1, the slope is M1, this is slope M2, and this is making alpha 1 and this is alpha 2. This is the angle that it is making with the positive x-axis, the inclination. Okay, so tan of alpha 1 equals to M1 and tan of alpha 2 equals to M2. Correct? This is what the slope mean, right? And then you have to calculate the theta and the bigger, like this phi, right? How will you calculate? This is simple, right? You calculate theta and the phi will be 180 minus like 180 minus theta. Okay, so that will be the negative of this. So whatever you are getting, let's say example, you get tan theta as well. Tan theta will be M2 minus M1 upon 1 plus M1 M2. You just write the value of M1 M2, you'll get the equation. Similarly, you can calculate tan of phi. Tan of phi will be what? Minus of this value, right? Correct? What is the confusion? Like this formula you would have read, right? How to calculate the angle between tan of that angle between two lines. This you would have read about that, right? This is directly formula that they are asking.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Next
Sir,
question.
I have
What?
Sir, in
Sir,
actual
in this
2.
formula, which one is phi, which one is alpha, sir? How we can identify?
See,
because the M2, M1, M2 minus M1 and phi, maybe it will come M1 minus M2.
See,
So
what is the graph for tan? What is the graph for tan? It goes something like that, right?
Yeah.
And what is this value? 5/2. Correct?
Yes.
It's minus 5/2. Similarly, and it will repeat. It will go like this and it will come like this. This is what? 5/2. And this is what? 3/2. This is what? 5. Now, if you have, so one angle will be less than 90, one will be more than 90, right? If you have any line that cuts each other, one will be less than 90 acute and one will be obtuse, right?
Yes.
Correct? If you are
Yes.
having an acute angle, can you see that tan graph? If it is from 0 to pi, it will always be positive. The y value is always positive, right?
okay.
And if you have any more than 90 till pi, it can't be more than pi, right? If you have a line, it can't cross pi, right? Let's, for example, there is a line this will be your angle. Now it goes here, this will be your angle. That is also less than like 90, less than 180. If you goes like this, it is less than 90. But again, let's, for example, this line rotate and come like this, then this becomes the same line, right? So it can't cross 180 for sure.
Yes.
Okay, it will be from 0 to 180. So 0 to 90, you can see that the value is positive. But from pi/2 to pi, if the angle is crosses pi/2, like more than 90, that is obtuse angle, then that becomes what? That is what? Negative. So if you are getting a negative value, that means that's the obtuse angle. That is. Okay.
No, that is okay. What I'm asking, if they're not okay. If okay, if they provided if they want to calculate the theta or pi value, no, then how you will how you can use the
It's a tan
formula?
theta, right? If you have been given, they will give you something, right? They will give you what is the inclination of L1 and L2, right? If they will give you the inclination of L1 and L2, you can get the theta value, the tan of that inclination. If you have the tan of that inclination, means you have the slope value, right? If you have the slope, you can calculate the tan, the angle between those two.
For example, the question like that, the two lines are two lines are intersect and having the angles. So if they want to calculate they provided the slopes like M1 and M2. So how in this case, which angle they will ask actually? That opposite angles they will ask, or there is a two angles are there, no? So one
Okay,
is
what
theta
you
and
can
is
do
phi
is you
is.
can, okay, the best thing is you just take the mod of that.
Okay.
Okay, so whatever the angle that you'll be getting, that will be your answer. One answer, like acute one. The obtuse you can calculate from there, right? They'll not be
So
asking
that
you.
formula is for the smaller theta, right? Whichever takes a smaller theta, or which angle it's represented.
So
Yeah, it's a minimum
any
value
angle
of
it
theta
will.
or what?
See, if you are getting a positive value, that will be if the acute angle, right? And if you are getting a negative value, that will be your obtuse, the greater one. They will not. So for sure, and one more thing, the normal formula that mostly we use it the mod of this M2 minus M1.
Correct,
So
correct.
even though they'll ask you that like you can just write the value of mod and they'll not cut, like they can't cross it. Okay, so that's also one thing.
No, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
In this graph, see, no, sir. Above one.
Okay.
So the same question. So here you mentioned one is obtuse angle and one is acute angle.
Correct.
So if they want to calculate the angle means they will mention pi or theta. They will mention, right?
Even though they didn't mention, you can directly write the acute one because mostly we take the mod of that angle. Like whatever the value, let's for example, whatever you got 1. So you write 45 degree pi by 4. You don't write 135.
So you mean that both will be same? What is actually your? I don't understand.
No, see, if they're asking you the angle between two lines with the given M1, M2, you use any formula, M1 minus M2 or M2 minus M1. Okay, the value that you'll be getting, take the mod of that. Whatever the angle that you'll be getting, that will be your answer. Because that will be a one angle, the lesser angle. Because if any line crosses, there will be two angles for sure. One will be acute, one will be obtuse. If they're not asking you which angle, like if they're asking you like the acute angle, if you have to write, then you write the positive value of that. You calculate M1, M2, anything. Okay. Okay. So, yeah.
Understood.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, can you please explain section formula along with the intercept form x upon a plus y upon b is equal to 1 and a is equal to minus c upon a and b is equal to minus c upon b, like where they are used along with an example?
Intercept formula, if they will give you the intercept directly, you can, like they can give you the intercept, right? The x intercept is this, y intercept is this. Tell me the equation line. F a line. You can directly write it as xa plus y. But even though if you don't know like what is the equation directly, what you can do is, if they have given you x intercept, if they have given you y intercept, what they have given you? They have given you two data point exactly, right? If you have a two data point, you can directly calculate the equation, right? You know, right, how to calculate the equation of a line if you have been given two. Because for any equation, you need one slope or 1 point, or you need 2 points. Any of the two, if you have, you can directly write the equation of a line. Okay.
How this formula have been derived, this intercept form, because it was not taught in last summary session.
Okay, derivation, if you see.
And
So
so,
it can be derived.
we
So
has not discussed some topic also, like angle between two lines, distance of a line from a given point. These things.
Yes, this was not discussed on last class.
Then distance between two parallel lines, like.
Okay, those has not been done. Okay. See, first I'll just discuss you 2 point, like if you have been given the intercept form, how to get the intercept form. Basically, if you have been given, how do you get x upon a plus y upon b equals to 1? Right?
Yes.
This two, like both the intercept has been given. Let's for example, you have been given x intercept as a, right? X intercept as a means what? This is a comma 0, right? And you have y intercept as b. That means what? 0 comma b. And now if you have a 2 point, can you write the equation of a line?
Yes.
Yes.
Right? And if you'll write, you'll get the same thing. You try to write, you'll get the same thing.
Okay.
Got it, right?
Yes.
Got it.
See, y minus y1, if you'll write it, equals to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1.
So finally we'll come in this formula.
Yeah,
Okay.
just do the
Okay. Okay.
Sir,
place the words nicely. Yeah.
sir, can you explain activity question 2.11, question
Okay.
number 1 and 2?
Okay.
Sir, I have a question. In which case the x value is 0 and also in the y value 0, not intercept concept other than also. I want to know that.
What where the x value is 0?
Yeah.
X value will always be 0 on a y axis. Okay,
Only,
let's for example,
yeah.
if I'm asking you, for everyone, what is the equation of this line?
It's a parallel to the x-axis.
What is the equation?
Y equal to
Y equal
A.
to B.
Y is equal to
Y is
A.
equal to,
Y equals to C, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So any line that is parallel to x-axis, the equation will be y equals to some constant, because y will be constant, x will vary. Correct? Now, if you have to write, what did you say? X equals to 0. If I have to write x equals to 0, that means what? First of all, this will be parallel to what? Y axis. Y equals to any, let's for example, x equals to b. X equals to b means x is constant always. X is constant always, right? Y will vary. So now if I'm changing it to y x equals to 0, that means what? This is a y axis.
Yes.
Okay.
And any
Sir,
other?
can you please explain
And
section?
there is the one question I send you. I already sent in the chat box. It's mixed with a trigonometry and coordinate geometry mix. It's the activity question 7 number.
Okay. Activity question 2.7.
Yeah, wait.
Any other question? Activity question.
I
Somebody
send you
asked
again. I send you again. Yeah.
Okay. I'll go through that. So somebody said activity question 2.11, question number 3 and 2 and 3, something like that.
Sir, I have a question in this intercept question. If y is
One by one, I'll just first I'll just clear 2.11. So
okay, sir.
yes, he asked the first, like 2.11, question number 2 or 3. Which one?
Sir, 1 and 2 question. Two questions are
Okay.
1 and 2.
Okay. The first question said the equation of a line that passes through 3 comma 1, 3 comma 4, and perpendicular. So the similar question we solved, right? 3x plus 4y. So any line. So what is the equation? The slope of this line? 4y equals to what? Minus 3x.
Minus 3 by 4.
Correct. Minus 3y. So this is the slope. Now, if you have to calculate the slope of a line that is perpendicular to this, that will be what?
4 by 3.
Correct. So m1 into minus 3 by 4 equals to minus 1. So m1 equals to 4 by 3. So now what? This is simple, right? Any equation that
Sir,
have
sorry
slope.
sorry to interrupt. So this equation, the line equation in the general form. So directly also we can tell, right? So yeah, minus a by b. Right?
Minus a by b. You can say that. Yeah,
yes.
that also you can say.
But lines should be perpendicular.
No. He's saying that what is the equation? The slope of this line itself.
Okay.
So minus a upon b, you can write it like that. But even though if you see, there are so many formulas, right? If you can't remember, so it's best that you directly change every time. Like that's, you can remember. There is no problem in that. But maybe let's example in the exam you got confused whether it was a upon b or minus a upon b or b by a or minus b by a. So that's why. So you can just directly write in the form of the intercept, y-intercept form. That'll be a slope. From that slope, you can calculate the slope of a line that is perpendicular to this line. Okay, and now equals to c, right? You just pass this line through this, you'll get the value of a c. Correct? Correct?
Okay.
So whoever was asking, is clear or not clear? Yes, no, maybe anything? Okay, let's move to the next question then.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, please explain the section formula once.
Okay, okay. Section formula, there is nothing to explain, but okay, I'll explain that. If after this question, I'll explain that section formula. So the next problem is you have been given two lines, 18x minus 8y plus 30 equals to 0, and the other line is 4x plus ky plus 5 equals to 0. and it has been said that both the line is perpendicular to each other. So this is simple, right? What is the equation of this line, the first line?
Sir, we can directly
Y
write
is
this
equal to
formula, sir.
18x by 8.
That also you can do. Any, yeah.
A1 A2 is equal to minus B1 B2.
That also you can do. So
Perpendicular lines.
Yeah, these are all very simple, right? A1, A2 equals to minus B1, B2. If you'll do that, you'll get the value of this B2, right? I hope this is clear.
Sir, I'm not clear. Could you explain?
Not clear.
और to clear it,
for the
A1 A2 plus B1 B2 is equal to 1 तो होता है.
So that's same only, right? If I'm writing A1 A2 equals to minus B1 B2, so that is same as A1 A2 plus B1 B2 equals to 0, right? Both
Then
equations
we
are
write
same.
it. We find answer of this question.
So you can write, okay, you can write in this form and calculate the value of a k. Okay, if you're not getting confused with this, like all these equations and all, the best way to calculate the slope. Can you calculate the slope? That's the minimum thing that for sure you'll be knowing. What is the slope of this equation?
Nine by four.
minus 9 by 4.
Minus C upon A. 9 by 4.
9 by 4. That's correct. 9 by 4. What is the equation of this line? Minus 4 by k. Correct?
The 9 by 4 won't be negative?
No. If you just write it as 8 by this, so this will be 9 and 4 only.
Yes.
Or somebody said, right, minus a by b. If you just write it like this, you'll get 9 by 4. Here we'll be getting minus 4 upon k. What is the product? If both the line are perpendicular to each other, that means what? The product of these two will be minus 1.
Negative 1.
Correct? 9 upon 4 into 4 upon k. Minus 4 upon k is equal to minus 1. So this got cancelled. K equals to 9, right? So you can solve in any of the methods. So the best way is to calculate the slope. You start with the basic. You don't go like that's why I always tell you to don't remember the formula. If you remember the formula, it will be difficult. You'll forget what was A and B, A1, A2 itself.
Okay,
Rest
thank you.
is to calculate the slope. And the concept should be clear that if the line is parallel, both the slopes should be same. If the line is perpendicular, the product of the slope should be minus 1. That's the only thing that you should be remembering. Other than that, everything is like you'll forget for sure in the exam. So all your wires of your brain goes here and there, so you'll forget everything. Like the formula, at least you'll get confused for sure.
Sir, in the
Quick
lecture
method
shared,
also we can do, right? Method also we can do.
Other method A1, A2, that also you can do. No problem.
Sir, can you give one example for the other formula that professor taught in the lecture video, wherein he says tan alpha into tan beta is equal to minus 1?
Tan alpha into tan beta equals to minus 1. What is alpha? Alpha is the inclination of this line, right? If a line is having an inclination of alpha with a positive in the anti-clockwise direction, so this is alpha. Tan of alpha is what? The slope for this line, right? This is m1. And if you have tan beta is what? That line that is perpendicular to this line. So that will be somewhat like this. For this line, it will be beta. And that beta is what? That beta is tan of beta is what? The slope of this line. Slope of this line is m2. So that is what I also said. m1 into m2 equals to minus 1.
Okay.
Right? Got it, right?
What is inclination?
What is?
Inclination.
Inclination is the angle.
Okay,
inclination, you said, right?
Inclination is like, let's for example, this how much tilted it is from the x-axis. So let's for example, this x-axis, if I'm talking inclination of this line L1 from x-axis in the anti-clockwise direction. So this much it is inclined, right? Inclination.
Okay.
If you put like ladder with some inclination to like go on a roof or something, right? With some angle, right? With some angle you put.
Sir, is it must for us to know what is the value of tan 0, tan 90?
No, that is what I said. Till now, it has not been taught the trigonometry part, but basic trigonometry should be knowing see, tan ka equation. If you don't know that, like the graph and all, you don't know, that's fine. Tan 45 you should be knowing at least, like the basic thing. Even though if you don't know, you'll be given the information, right? If the answer it is coming to be in the form like where the tan is been used, you will be given as a hint as tan of 45 is 1 or something. Because till now the trigonometry part is not been done. That'll be done in calculus. After that, we expect you to know. Okay.
Okay, sir. Yeah, a little bit
Sir,
scary.
Sir, can you
sir, I
explain
have a
triple
doubt in
minus
tutorial 8.
One by one. So somebody was asking. Next, I'll go. Somebody was asking. I guess section formula. So section formula, there's nothing. So I'm not going to prove that, but there is like basically one is like if the section there can be a two type of section formula, right? Can somebody tell me what can be the next? Like one you have read internally, if at point
Internal
internally
and external.
one can be external. Externally has not been taught, but you should. Like it is expected that you should be knowing how if a point externally cuts, how can you find the data like the coordinate for that point?
Plotted on screen calculator.
What calculator?
Sorry, sir.
Okay. So let's for example, if a line, let's for example, this is a line that has been given to you with a data point A with x1 and y1 as a coordinate, and here it is B, x2, y2 as a. So this can be proved very simply, like with the help of like one, I guess, symmetricity of the triangle is used to prove this, but it's fine. Like if you don't know the proof also, that's fine. You should just be knowing the point. Let's for example, this is a point A and B. 2 points has been given to you. Now a point P that is like xy cuts this line in some m is to n ratio. This is the length ratio. This is m. This is the length ratio n. Now you can be asked to calculate what is the coordinate of P. How will you calculate? Can you tell me the formula for this?
mx2
Hmm.
mx2 by m plus 1 m
Yes,
plus n
like for
and
x, we have m into x2 plus n into x1
n
upon m plus n. So yeah.
Sorry. Now can you see my screen now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what is the y value and what is the x value? You don't have
mx2
see. What you have to do is
and
m times this and multiply with the other one mx2. Okay. If you have to remember that formula, m times the other one. Okay, m here times x2. If you have to calculate x, mx2, then if you are my plus n times what x1, n times x1, n times x1 upon m plus n. Similarly, y ka you can remember m times the other one y2 plus n times y1 upon m plus n. I hope this is clear. This can be proven with the help of like you just drop a line on the x-axis. Okay, you'll be come up with two triangle. This triangle and the other one is this triangle, and both the triangle are similar to each other because the angles. This angle is same. This angle is 90. The other angle is same, right? Okay, if the angle if this is similar, then the ratio of the length of all the lines should be same. If you just equate the length, just place here and there the word like the coordinate values, you'll be able to get the final answer also. Correct? So you don't have to know the proof, but I told you, right? This both are two triangle and both are similar to each other. Okay, you just calculate the length. So the ratio of this length, the ratio of the hypotenuse of this triangle and this equation will be same. Similarly, the ratio of the base also will be same for, and the ratio of the perpendicular will also be same. If you just equate two of the three, you'll get the two equation. I hope this is making sense to you, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And one thing is externally, if a data point is like this, A and B, now you have been given that a point P, which is lying on the same line, but it is cutting the points, this line externally. Now the length is M and this length is N. Now can you tell me the value of a P? Okay, this is X1, Y1, and this is X2, Y2. Now you have to tell me the value of a P, XY. So same formula you'll be using, same thing. This is M, this is n, m times x2, sorry, m times x2, m times, sorry, m times y2 for this case, minus, here you just have to do minus n times y1 upon m minus n. Okay, and you will get the form. So similarly, x equals to m times x2 minus m times x1 upon m minus n. I hope this also can be proven, but it's fine. But mostly this can be asked to you to calculate section formula.
Sir, I have posted that week
Okay.
one graded assignment question, sir. Can you please explain it to me, sir?
Okay.
Just
Okay.
check my question first. I told you before already.
Yeah, yeah, we are going through that. That will not take much time to so.
I
So,
and first.
so what's your name? Can you tell
Sir,
whoever is
Lokesh, sir.
posting?
Lokesh. It's
Del,
Lokesh. Why Lokesh?
Yogesh.
It's the last question of mine. If that's
Okay.
okay.
Sir, can we allowed to take a calculator to the examination
No,
also
you
for
will not
result?
be. There will be a calculator, right, in the portal itself. So why will you take like it's already there inbuilt for calculator. So you don't have to take anything.
Oh, okay,
Now
sir.
the
Thank you.
website calculator is not working for long time. We already told and escalated this to you.
It has
Is
a
it?
lot of errors.
It's not working.
It's not. I mean, it's error. You can check it.
Yes, sir.
But
It's not a correct value. Everybody is having problem on the
Yeah.
calculator.
yeah, there is a calculator there. When we multiply with the 10, it's giving the
It's not
answer in
working.
a
Its
point
function is wrong.
something.
Whenever we multiply, add or subtract any, we do any function in the calculator, when we use one in before, like if you use 10 or 14, it will show wrong answers.
I don't think so. It should have been.
You check it right now. Otherwise, I'll share my screen. So I'll show you. It's not working.
Okay. I'm just checking it on the portal.
You just do two number of multiplication or something.
12 plus 17, it gives 1.
Okay, then, but last, did you? I was not informed regarding this. That's not working.
Oh, we informed already to Samiksha and I sent a
Oh,
mail also.
okay, okay. Okay, then you have mailed to support team or where?
I support team a mail. They asked us to inform to your instructor.
Oh, okay. So I'll go through this then. I'll maybe, but for me,
Is working or what?
it's trying to use that, but because I didn't use that.
It's giving wrong answer only. I pasting the image. 1 and
Yeah,
14,
yeah. It's
whatever.
not
Yeah.
working.
Whatever number it's for all numbers or only for 1 and 14?
No, no, no. It is error mean error only.
Okay. So if you're multiplying
Even
1
one
and
number
14,
also.
it's coming only 1.
Yes.
Okay, okay. Then I'll check and maximum by tomorrow. I'll let what's the issue. If this is for everyone, then there
Everyone,
might be
Yes,
some.
sir.
everyone,
Yes.
everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. It's a website error, I think.
Then there is a error in the website itself. Okay, no problem. Like
Thank
I'll
you.
just go through that, but you can't carry any laptop or like a calculator or anything on the because they will not allow like to enter. They will be having the TCS center will be having that the calculator inbuilt calculator that works fine enough like whatever the requirement that you have that will work there, not more than that and less than that. Yeah,
So there's a technical issue. So
yeah,
when
that
we add two-digit numbers now, they like it actually plays like some space between that. Like so, due to that, like it adds first first one. So yeah.
okay. I'll check. No problem. I'll check that.
Sir, I have
In my
submitted the week one assignment, sir, but it shows to me absent for the result after result.
Is it happening for anyone else?
No, sir.
Okay, all these doubts we'll discuss after the session. But yeah, so this is what define a so there's a function has been defined. Okay, let's go from q to z. What is this q?
Rational number, sir.
Rational
Real
number.
Okay, so it's going from rational to what?
Integer.
integer.
Okay, such that there is a function f p by q equals to p minus q, and the greatest common divisor for p and q is what? 1. Then you have to say which of the following is a true. Okay, so now the first function, the function is what? Function is such that if you just put p by q, it gives you p minus q. Just take a value. Let's for example take 1 upon 2. If you are taking 1 upon 2, what you are getting? 1 p is 1 and q is 2. What is the value that you will be getting? Minus 1. You take 2 by 3. What will you get? Minus 1 only. So you are putting two inputs. You are getting the same output. Is it 1 1?
No.
No. Correct? Right?
Yes, sir.
Huh. Okay. Now the other is then the second option gone, third option gone, fourth option gone. What is left? Only one option is left. Got it?
Yes. I have the post question on activity.
Sir, before you go to the next question, I just need one small clarification on the previous question. If you can bring back that image. Yeah. So whenever it says in the question, f of q leads to z, this means that the domain is
q,
rational numbers, and
the
codomain
codomain is
is z.
G. Correct.
Okay. Okay, fine.
So how it works is like p minus q and GCD is 1. So I can take any 1 and 5. So GCD is 1, right?
1 and pi.
5, 5.
Okay,
So,
5. Okay.
is it correct or what? Am I
No,
doing
you
something
can
wrong?
take 1 and 5 if you are taking. That is correct. If you are taking 1 and 5, you will get 1 minus 5. You can take any other value. Like for example, you are taking what? 2 and 6 you can't take. 3 and 7. 3 and 7 you can 3 and 7 you can take. 3 and 7, what will you get? Again the same thing. 4. So it's not a 1 1, right?
Yeah.
Let's go to the next question. What is the next one?
I've posted on chat box.
Assignment question 1.5, question number 8.
Excuse me, sir.
So no. So next one, she
Hello,
asked, I
am I
guess.
audible?
Assignments questions 1.5, question number 8.
1.5. See, 1. Why are you going to the last week?
Yes, sir. But I
Week 1 we have already dealt. We have almost 5-6 session, right, for week 1. After that also we have a doubt. We are facing an issue in week 1.
Doubt in practice assignment.
Okay, I'll just go there. Week 1, what was the doubt? That's last doubt I'm taking for week 1. After that I'll just take week 2 1.
ठीक है
सर पहले week 2 का बता दीजिए.
सर पहले वीक 2 का बता दीजिए, मेरा ये क्वेश्चन है.
Okay.
Activity 2.12 question number 4.
Okay, 2.12 question number 12.
4.
4. Okay. So 2.12 question number 12. Question number 4. 4. Okay.
I wrote in 3 number also.
2, 3. So we'll discuss that. So before that, what is the question? Has been said by someone. So if P and Q are the length of the perpendicular from the origin of the line, this whatever the line that has been given. So here, for sure, you'll require some basic knowledge of the trigonometry. If you know, then you will be able to solve simply. But even though, let's try to solve this. So P and Q, you can see, everyone see my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Put 2 theta value in terms of cos theta and sin theta.
So P and Q are the length,
Yes,
perpendicular length from the origin. So this is simple, right? If you have to calculate, how do you calculate the distance from the origin? So for two lines, you'll calculate the distance, right? P and Q. And then you just have to check which relation it is holding. You just need the basic idea. Yeah, so the trigonometry basic idea should be knowing. If you are not knowing, then it is difficult to solve this question. Okay. You don't have to do p ka value. What will be the value of p? You just have to drop 0, 0 on this line and under root of a square plus b square, right? This is how you calculate the perpendicular distance, right? How do you calculate perpendicular distance? What is the formula of perpendicular distance? Can somebody tell me?
Sorry, sir.
It
Like
is
what?
modulus of the general equation divided by root square of a square plus b square.
Correct. You just have to put the value of x and y as a 0. So you'll be left with what? K cos 2 theta commod under root of what? Cos square plus sine square theta. That will be P. Again, Q also you can calculate. Q will be what? K upon under root of sec square plus cos square.
So
Right?
whatever writing is not visible for me.
I'm not writing. I'm just saying. Because if I'll write it again, because this, if I'll have to save it.
Sir, little bit maximize zoom itself question. So we are not able
Okay.
to write.
I'll just
Without writing, we can't able to visualize,
put
right?
it here.
Yeah, please.
Sir, minor doubt that I am not able to see this question. I have solved all the questions in the given activities and practice assignment, but I have not seen this question. Is this some technical issue?
Oh, which question is this? This is from practice assignment or where? Graded assignment. Which?
Graded
Graded
only.
assignment.
Everybody will get a different questions after
Hey,
graded.
graded I can't solve, right? Graded is like deadline is today or tomorrow, right? I can't solve graded. I can just give you an idea how to solve this. You just calculate.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, week 2 I can't solve. Week 1 I can solve. Week 2 P, you just have to calculate the distance from origin, right? To some line. How do you calculate the distance? Ax plus by plus c, right? You put the value of x as 0, put the value of y as 0, and under root of a square plus b square, right? That will be p. How do you calculate q?
Yes.
Q, same thing, right? The line is different, right? So again the same thing, put x, y 0, it will be what? K upon x sec square theta plus cos square theta. P you have, Q you have. You just have to think which of the relation will hold, right? Nothing else. You just have to find the relation. Okay. And some hint also has been given. So one more thing, yeah, hint has been given to you. Do not ask graded assignment. So that will be okay. You can ask activity practice whatever. Next
Sir, I
question.
have a doubt.
Okay.
The coordinate
Sir,
system.
No,
how
okay.
in
Somebody is
practice?
asked. Okay, yeah. I am going there. Activity
Sam-
question 2.12. Question number 3 and 4 or 2, 3, 4. I guess.
Yes, sir.
So, okay, what is the question? Where is the question? 2.12, question number 2. So you have been given that there's a point minus 2 comma 1, and then the line you have been given. Line is minus 3x 4y minus 7 equals to 0. Correct? And then there are some options. Okay, the first option is the distance of the point minus 2 comma 1. So the distance between these two lines is what? This has been asked in the first equation. So how do you calculate the distance? You just put the value of 2 minus 2 and have 1 here. So minus 2 times minus 3 plus 4 times 1 minus 7 mod under root of what? Minus 3 k square plus 4 k square. What you are left with? 6 plus 4 minus 7 under root of 25. So you'll be left with what? 10 minus 7 upon 5. Correct?
Okay.
So the distance, how much you are getting? 3 upon 5. So the first option is incorrect. The third option is correct, right? Now that's second option. The slope of the given line is 5. Is the slope 5? How do you calculate slope? Somebody said, right? Minus a by b. Even now I have one formula directly to calculate, right? So minus, what will be the value? 3 upon 4, right? It's not 5. Correct? So the B option also is incorrect. So C is correct because the distance is 3 upon 5. Now it has been asked, what is the y-intercept? How do you calculate y-intercept? I told you, right? Y-intercept is what? Point on
minus c by
y-axis. Point
c by
on
b.
y-axis means x equals to 0. Put x equals to 0. So y will be what? 7 upon 4. Right? So D option is correct. So CD is correct here. So Chennai and Delhi is correct.
So when we have two equations like this one, at that point of time, the in the formula, distance formula, what we'll be putting in the A and B place.
If the line is what? If random line you are taking?
We have two equations like this, 3x plus 4y, like we have two
Then
equations.
okay, those both the line are parallel to each other. This is what you are saying.
No, sir, any other equation, just a general form. Okay.
No, general form, how can you calculate the distance? The distance will be 0 if the line is cutting to each other. See, let's for example, you just took one line and those are not parallel. Those are not parallel means what? That will cut for sure somewhere. You don't know where it will cut. Let's for example, the line is like this. They are not parallel, but maybe it will cut, right? So it will cut somewhere. That means what? The perpendicular distance, the distance will be 0, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So the line must be parallel, then only you'll be able to calculate. Otherwise, the distance will be 0.
Okay.
Correct?
When the two equations have such that they are parallel, then only we'll be finding the distance between those.
Yeah, two parallel line only you can calculate the distance, right? The perpendicular distance. How will you calculate for two lines which are cutting to each other?
Yes. Then they have 0, no?
Because one point, if a point is lying on the same line, if I'm asking what is the perpendicular distance, you'll say 0, right?
Yes.
From this point. So that's it.
The practice assignment week 2.
Okay. 2.11. Any other question that you have? 2.12. Any other question?
Sir,
Question number
one
3.
last thing.
Question number 3. Okay. Question number 3. Find the distance between two parallel lines. Okay. Question number 4 also. So you have to calculate the distance between two parallel lines. If you have two parallel lines, 4x plus 3y plus 5 equals to 0. And the other line is what? 8x plus 6y minus 3 that equals to 0. How will you calculate? First of all, what you can do? Multiply 1 by 2 to the second line. You can't do it like you can't do in the other way. You can't do it like C2 minus C1, where you just put the value of C2 as minus 30. You can't do that like. So this A1 and this A1 should be equal, right? So you have to multiply upon, because you can multiply by 5, 6, anything. Because if you have to multiply by 5, you will be multiplying with each of the term. So that doesn't make any sense, like any difference. So the second line will become 4x plus 3y minus 15. Now your C2 is this one and C1 is this one. Now you can calculate, right? What is the formula? C2 minus C1 upon A square plus B square. So A square plus B square is what? 25 here. And C2 and minus C1 is what? C2 is what? Minus 15.
15 minus 5.
Minus 5. Right? You'll get the answer, correct?
Yes.
So 20 upon 5. 4.
So practice assignment.
Sir, for parallel in this question, both equations should be have same coefficient.
Yeah, it should have same coefficient. Then only you'll use the
Like
formula.
we have 0, then we can sort it.
Yeah. Because in the right hand side you have 0, so you can write in whatever you want to write. Okay,
Yeah.
multiply, divide, or with anything, any coefficient, any, right?
Just the difference between like this constant 30 and 50. That is the difference between parallel lines.
What?
In this both equation we have just one difference, that is both their constants are different.
If the line is parallel to each other, if all the coefficient of x and y will be same, only the constant term will be different. Then only they are parallel, right, to each other.
What if the coefficient of x and y are different, but they are related somehow, and we are given these two lines, and then they are intersecting somewhere, and we have to find the coordinates. Is there a certain formula for it, or how do we solve it with the given formulas that were given, like that were taught to us?
No. If we have a line like this, both will be parallel because the slope is same, right? If the slope are same, the constant term is different. Both are parallel to each other. If both are parallel, you'll use the same formula. And if they are not parallel, then the distance will be 0. Because at some particular point, they'll cross each other. At that particular time, the distance will be 0. So for sure, if the line is parallel, you can make the same coefficient. Okay. I hope this is making sense. Or anything else you're asking?
It's a practice assignment.
Sir, question number 4 also.
Okay, question number 4 is what? The distance between the point minus 1, 3 and the line 4x plus c equals to 0. 4x plus c is what? X equals to minus c by 4. What is this line? Parallel to x-axis or y-axis?
Y-axis.
Yeah, y-axis, right? If you have this is x coordinate, this is y coordinate. X equals to some constant, right? This is parallel to y-axis, right? This is the line that you have, and then you have been said that minus one, comma three, whatever it is, minus one comma three. This is minus one comma three. Can somebody tell me what is the distance? If I would have given this as, let's for example, 5, what is the distance of this point from this line? This 5 plus this 1, right? That's the distance.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Correct? So what is the distance? Minus 1 plus, what is this? Minus c by 4 is the distance. Okay? And then you can calculate the value of this is equals to something c, you can calculate, right? But that will be positive. Like, see that you can calculate the value of the c. What will be the value of the c? That will be like some negative value you will be getting, right?
Sir, I have one doubt in activity 2.5.
Yeah, okay. 2.5 I can do, but is this clear? Whoever asked this, is this clear? This problem?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir, practice assignment week 2.
Practice assignment. Okay, after that we'll go to. So first we'll discuss practice assignment, then we'll go to activity 2.5. Practice assignment, which question?
The question 20.
Which number?
5 number.
5.
5.
But I don't know whether the question that I have is same as yours or not. Is this regarding some
Practice
relation?
assignment same only.
Oh, practice is same.
Same.
Yes, sir. Okay. So you have been given some
20 as well.
Question number 5, sir. Practice assignment.
Okay, question number 5. Is this the question? R can be represented in what? Is this a question or different?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Same.
So the element of the relation R are shown as a point. Okay, so all those points are some relation. Okay, so how can you write that? R is what? All those points, right? How you have 5 points, right? One is minus 2 comma 0.
Yes, sir.
One is what? Minus 1 comma 1.
Yes,
one
sir.
is 0 comma 2.
Third,
One is 1 comma 3. One is 2 comma 4.
4.
Okay, correct?
Yes, sir. So second option.
Second option is what? We can write what? Can you write R as R equals to AB? AB belongs to x comma y, where B is equals to a plus 2. Is B equals to a plus 2?
Yes.
But B equals to a plus 2, then is 1 comma 3 coming? Sorry. B equals to what? B equals to a plus 2, right? So 1 comma 3.
Yes, sir.
1 comma 3 should also come in R, right? Where is 1
Yes,
comma
sir.
3 in R? It's not there, right?
1 comma. इधर belong कर रहा है.
1 comma 3. Oh, 1 comma 3 is there. Okay. 5 comma 8. 5 comma 7. 5 comma 7, where B is a equals to a plus 2, right? And that belongs to Cartesian plane also. Is 5 comma 7 there in R?
No present, sir.
No, right?
No,
So
sir.
then how can B
Yes,
be
sir.
correct?
Okay.
B is like B will be correct only when from the Cartesian plane x comma R, all the equation are there, where B y equals to a plus 2 satisfy, x plus 2 satisfy. But we just have 5 point. 5 point can't generalize that all the relation R is in from the Cartesian plane x comma. R is a relation that is fine with only 5 point. But that doesn't mean you can directly define. You can define it, but you have to fix the value of x and y. Are you getting me?
Yes, sir.
Any other doubt from this
No, sir.
question? Okay.
No, sir. No, sir.
What about the last options? I don't understand.
The last option is you can write this equation, this relation R, if we'll just stick the value of x and y. If we'll just fix the value of x and y, then you can write this, right?
Yeah.
So if you have fixed the value of x and y, then if you'll do the Cartesian product of x, y, then these are the only 5 values that you'll be getting.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why you can define R if you're fixing the value of x and y. If you are not fixing means x is from minus infinite to infinite, y is also from minus infinite to infinite. So that is not going to define you this relation. That will be like a hell lot of number, right?
But the B equal to a plus 2, that is the notation I don't understand.
So B equals to a, B is what? B is if the value represented in the form of x comma y equals to x plus 2. This is what you mean by B equals to a
Correct.
plus 2. Yeah. Got it, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Your
Got it.
practice assignment.
Practice assignment, which question?
Question 20.
Okay, question 20.
Yes, sir.
Okay, question 20. Okay, so I think is this the question? The woman is reported
Yes, sir.
missing.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
This is okay. So the question is a woman is missing in a locality. A police department finds a femur. I guess this is some part of a body, like bone. That's given already. Bone during the investigation. They estimate the height of the female adult using the relation. Okay, so the height of the women is given to be 1.8 times what is the value of the femur or femur, whatever the pronunciation is. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. So 1.8 times that f plus 70, right? This has been given the equation.
Yes.
Now the unit has been given for f is centimeter. The length of the femur found is 35. So if this was 35, then you can calculate the height. And the missing women is known to be 130 centimeter. Then okay, that's the question. In the particular locality, the maximum height of the female is 190. So the maximum height is what? Maximum height is 195. So we just collected all the information has been given 195, right? And the minimum is minimum length of the what is that? The maximum height of the female. Okay, this is female of a height. And the other information is minimum length of the femur. From femur also you can calculate the minimum height of the female also. But okay, minimum height of femur f is equals to what? 50. Based on the given data, you have to calculate all the information. Okay. So the first option is if an error of 1 centimeter is allowed, bone could belongs to missing female. Okay, if an error, okay, let's for example, for 35, if the police has found 35, so 35 times 1.8 is what? Plus 70. What are the value that you are getting? Can somebody calculate this? 1 is 35 plus 0.8 times 1 30
3.
Okay, so this would have been the length of like the height of the person, the woman who is missing, I guess. Right? And now we can do what? How much? Okay. Sorry. But okay, this is the height, the exact height, right? This is the exact height of the missing
Asking
women.
minimum error.
Okay. Okay, if an error of 1 second, okay, then no.
Yeah.
This
Three
can't happen,
if
right?
you're
Yeah. The first option is incorrect because the error should have been 3 centimeter. If the error was 3 centimeter, then the first option would have been correct. I guess the second option is correct.
Yes.
You can see that, right?
Yes.
Now you have to tell that if the height as a function, if the height as a function of the femur length is known to be accurate, the rate would have been 70 to 195. 195 is fine. Can you find the minimum? Minimum you can just put the value here, 1.8 times 15 plus 70. 70 can't, like minimum can't be 70. There must be more than this, right? So third option is also incorrect, right? So fourth option you can check. Fourth is 15 times 15 plus 12, right? 15 point times 0.8. So 27 plus 70. So the fourth option is correct. The minimum height will be what? 97 and the maximum is 195. That is given already. If the height of a function, if okay, now you have been asked to femur, like what is that? Femur length. Now you have to calculate the length. So 15 is the minimum length. The upper the part you can calculate it from here, right? One equated to 195 equals to 1.8 times f plus 70. So it will be like what? 125 times 1.8. That will be your f. So that will be the value. If that is equals to your option, then that last option is also correct. Got it right? This it was just you just have to patiently like just read it the question. There will be one question for sure in the exam also where the questions will be much easier. Just that it has been written in like 7-8 lines doesn't mean that becomes difficult. If the question is in like 6-7 lines, that means there are more information that is given. That means that question must be for sure it will be simple. If you have a lot of information, that means you'll be able to solve the question. Okay, if the question is in one line, that is the difficult one because there is not much information. You have to put all the effort here.
But
All the
generally,
information
we
is
are
in there.
thinking vice versa, right? What you're saying is we are thinking is vice versa. If it is question is lengthy, then we'll afraid of the question.
Correct. That's why some 1 or 2 5-7 line questions will be there. And this question also, when I was going through the paper, there was a question that will be of like 7-8 line, but that will be like you just have to read and you'll get the answer. You don't have to even solve. Just read it, you'll get the answer. Yeah. So
Yes.
you can't skip that question. Like that's like a bonus. Whoever will read will get the answer. Yeah.
Intermixing of question is also in quiz, sir. Like
Yeah,
mixing
yeah,
2 to 3
intermixing will
weeks.
happen. Yeah, second, third week can be mixed easily. That's the quadratic and the straight line. One will be totally altogether a different, but fourth is also can be mixed with the third one because fourth is polynomial and then the third one is quadratic. Like polynomial, like quadratic is one of the polynomial pattern. So it can happen, but not much. Only 2-3 questions out of 12 will be like two concepts from the 2 weeks will be used, but mostly it will be like totally separate. Any other doubt that you have? Any other doubt?
So the activity doubt.
Yeah, go ahead. Activity which one?
2.8 question 3.
2.8 question 3. Okay. Question number?
3.
Okay, sorry. Question number 3. The x in this is simple, right? Y equals to 3x plus. I was telling you from the starting. If you have to find the x-intercept, what will you do? X-intercept is some point lying on x-axis. If any point that is lying on x-axis, that means what? Y will be 0, right? Any point that lie on x-axis. Any point that lie on x-axis, Y will be 0, right? If Y is 0, put the value of Y as 0. Calculate x. Will be what? 0. Got it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So one more question in activity 2.5. So first question.
Okay, 2.5, first question. You have to calculate the slope of a line that passing through origin and the point. So any point, one point is 0, 0, origin is 0, 0, right? One point is what? Minus 3, comma minus 2. How do you calculate the slope? Slope is what? Del y by del x, right? Change in y upon change in x is equals to y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. So this is what? Y2 is what? This is x1, this is y1, this is x2, this is y2. So y2 is what? Minus 2 minus of minus 3 upon x2 is what? 0. Sorry, x2 is what? Minus 3. Minus 3 minus 0. Yeah, this is also 0, right? This is 0. So we'll be left with what?
2/3.
2/3.
Sir, its
Okay.
slope and gradient is same.
See, and yeah, that's same. One more thing. If 2 upon 3, this is also correct. 4 upon 6. Okay. That is like just multiply. You can multiply 2 here also. 8 upon 12 is also same. So do not get confused. I guess you got confused with that only.
Yes, I was thinking I'm not getting the correct answer.
No, this is correct. Like slope, if 2 upon 3 is same as 4 upon 6, right? You just have to divide with 2. Yeah. Next question. Anyone has any doubt? Other
Sir,
question?
this all this intercept form that we have forms of equation that we have in this coordinate system. I was trying to connect it with the general form, but it was getting quite messy, and I just want the guidance. I'll be trying by myself first.
So general form, okay. I don't think so. There is any need. Like even though that has been taught, but there is no need to do that. Any equation that is in the form of ax plus by, plus c equals to 0. Okay, it's just one formula, one equation you should be knowing. How to convert any general equation to the y-intercept form. If you are able to convert that, you are good to go. I don't think so. You'll require any other thing like what are the basic minimum thing that you should be doing. I'll just tell you for the week 2. Okay, what is the minimum thing? You don't have to remember all those stuffs and all. Okay, so see, from the starting you should be knowing the distance between 2 points that you have read from the childhood. I don't think so that you have to remember that. Okay, the
Yes,
next
sir.
line is section formula. Okay, that internally dividing section formula you should be knowing. The first thing that you should be knowing is section formula. Okay, how to use that? I told you the formula. How do you remember? X equals to what? M times x2. Okay, first x2 will come, then n times x1 will come, m plus n. Okay, similarly you can remember for y also. The one thing is section formula. Then the area of a triangle. Okay, that one thing that I also did blunder while recording the Hindi videos. Okay, like my mistakenly I said, like, while proving the area of a triangle, I just said in spite of trapezium I was always saying parallelogram. That should not be parallelogram. Basically parallelogram is totally different. Like both the lines, both the pairs will be parallel. Trapezium is totally different. So that was mistake that I did. That I'll correct it. Yeah, in the videos. So the area of a triangle, you should be knowing the formula only. Even though for area of a triangle, the best part is always check that whether the 3 points are collinear or not. Most of the time, the area will be 0 because they will not be asking you to calculate the whole area, because area of a triangle, calculating that area of a triangle, that will take a lot of time and you will do a calculation mistake.
Yes.
Mostly out of 100 times, like 98.5% times, they'll be giving you the collinear point. If the line are, if the point are collinear, what will be the area of a triangle?
Then it will be 0.
0, because those are all three lying on a same line. So the
Yes,
area
sir.
will be 0. So mostly you just check. And how do you check whether the 3 points are collinear or not?
By making rough diagrams.
No, you can making rough diagram. Okay, you'll be able to. That's fine.
Slope of the points.
Slope,
Slope.
correct. Take any 2 point. So first you took this 2 point, calculate the slope. Then take any other 2 point, calculate the slope. Slope will be same, right? Because if the line is lying on a same line, the slope will be same. So just randomly out of three, take 2 data points. Okay, first take 2 data points, calculate the ratio. Then take other two. Like one will be same, but the other will be different. And then calculate the slope. If both the slope are same, directly write the answer as a 0. The area of a triangle will be 0. Mostly it will be asked like this only. Okay.
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay, so if I'm giving you 0, 10, minus 20, minus 30, 10, 30, what will be the area of a triangle?
0.
How?
Collinear.
The collinear, but what is the slope of the line?
1.
1 or 2?
2, sir.
Please explain in detail.
Okay.
So
What I said is, whenever, so let's for example from this equation or from this question itself, I'm saying, if you have been given 3 points A, B, C, if you have been asked to calculate the area of a triangle, even though if you will calculate the area of a triangle using your bulky formula, you will get the answer as a 0. That you can do, but that will take a lot of time, right? So what you can do is take A and B, calculate the slope. How do you calculate the slope? Minus 30, minus 10, minus 10,
2,
minus
sir.
0.
Answer is 2.
2 is the slope. Now take A and C. If you take A and C, what will be the value? 30 minus 10 upon 10 minus 0. This is 2. So now you can see that all 3 points are lying on a line with the slope 2. Correct? With the slope 2. The slope is 2 and line are point A, B, C. Like it's random, but A, B, C. All three are lying on a same line. If all 3 points are lying on a same line, what will be the area? Can this 3 line make a triangle? No, right? If they can't make it, then the area will be 0.
0.
Correct?
Now, see, if you suppose the same slope, it will be in different coordinate also, right? So if you are comparing with the slope, I think it will be a problem.
No, it won't be. See, If you have a 3 point, if I took A and B,
You assume parallel lines, so the slope will be same.
how can it be parallel? If I am taking this 2 point, the slope is 2. Okay, the third point can't be here, right? It
Okay,
can't be
you are
like this, right? Because if it
okay.
is like a different, then I need another point, right?
Okay. You are comparing with the 3 points. Okay, understood. Okay.
So this is done, right, for everyone. Now the next thing that you should be knowing in from the straight line, if you know, you should be knowing how to calculate the slope of a straight line. That you know, y2 minus y1. Even though if you have been given any equation, general form, any form, you should be knowing how to calculate the slope. Let's, for example, it is ax plus by plus c equals to 0. Then the best way is to, if you don't know anything, just remember, put the term with y coefficient as one side. Okay, that will be what? By equals to minus ax plus c. And try to make the coefficient of y as 1. So that will be what? A upon b times x plus c by b. This will be your what? Slope, and this will be your y-intercept. Okay, if you have to, every time if you have to calculate the slope, you do the same thing. Okay, do not remember other, like you can remember the equation for the line with the x-intercept, y-intercept. Nobody
भाई
will.
10 तक तो टाइम था 10-15 हो गया
Okay, can you please mute yourself? Okay, so the slope you can calculate, right? And that the intercept also you can calculate, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now the next concept can be, you have been given any line, and then you have to calculate any other line that is perpendicular or parallel to the other one, that you already know. Like the slope, if you have to calculate the perpendicular, then m1 m2 is -1. If it is parallel, both the lines, the slope will be same. Okay,
yes.
The next part you should be knowing is the angle between two lines. I told you the formula. Do not get confused. Use mod directly. Whatever the value that you are getting, write the value of the acute angle. You'll get the correct. Okay, so you don't have to remember anything. Now the next part that you should be knowing is distance of a point from a line. If the line is parallel, you calculate. If you have to calculate the from a point, you calculate simple formula that you have. Okay, put the point in the line upon under root of a square plus b square. If this is a parallel line, then there is a formula c2 minus c1, but make the coefficient as same for both the line. If you're not making, then you'll do a blunder. Okay,
Yes,
and
sir.
then use the formula c2 minus c1 upon a square plus b square. If the line is not parallel, then the distance between two lines will be 0 for sure. Now the next part is SSC. SSC, we have explained it in a good way. I guess that's it.
Yes,
for
sir.
the week 2.
Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Tomorrow we'll
Sir, I
solve
have
some
a
problem
question,
again.
sir.
We will solve some 10 problem, 15 problem tomorrow. Whatever the doubt that you have, we can come up tomorrow also. Okay. Even though if you have a doubt, yeah, you go ahead.
Sir,
What is
I have
the
a question,
weekly
sir.
schedule, sir? Can you tell so that
What?
Sir, weekly schedule for doubt sessions or TA sessions?
That is scheduled, right? Tomorrow you have a last session for week 2.
Weekdays are like Monday, Tuesday. What are the weekdays?
So that is today is weekday only, right?
Okay, Monday and
You have a session on normal session on Saturday, Sunday, and Tuesday. Today, because yesterday didn't happen, so we have rescheduled. TA session we'll be having on like continuously Thursday, Friday, I guess Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So you have altogether 7 sessions per week.
okay, sir.
Any other doubt you have?
Yes, sir. I have, sir.
Go ahead.
Sir, there is a question, sir. I will read out the question. You are climbing a ladder which is slanted at an angle of 45 degree, measured
Can
in the
you
anticlockwise
put the
direction.
screenshot? Can you put the screenshot in the chat box? It will be
Yes, yes,
better for
yes, I'm
me,
putting.
like at least to read and
Yes, 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 yes,
yeah.
yes, sir. Yes.
Any other thing anybody has? So
Yeah, general doubts, sir. Like we have cases of perpendicular line, parallel lines. Like if we that there is a case when two lines are intersecting that could not be perpendicular to each other, that we don't know from their equation.
from the
Like,
equation you can know, right, whether the line is perpendicular or parallel, or
no,
if you
sir, I want to ask if there will be any case in like two
lines are intersecting and they are not perpendicular to each other.
Those lines are intersecting and they're not perpendicular. That can happen, right?
Yeah.
So that can
In that
happen.
case, we have to.
How we have to?
We can calculate that common point. How to find that intersecting common point?
If the line is intersecting, that the intersection point is the common point, right?
Yeah, if we have a different equation for two lines, then I don't know, I just have a doubt in my mind.
No, if you have been given two lines, that
Yes.
will cut somewhere, right? Like if those are not parallel, then you can solve those equations, right? Solving those equations, you know, right? If you solve those equations, put the value of y from one to the other equation, or maybe you can directly solve that. We used to solve
In
it
that
last.
case, we get an unique solution because
You
it.
get a unique solution. Yeah, x unique solution means that x and y both will lie
Yeah,
on.
yeah, yes, I got it. I got it.
Got it. Okay.
Oh, Vishal, I have a
Other
question.
than any other-
I have a question regarding the
Sir.
TA session. What you mentioned as the TA session, because it was scheduled on Sunday, that was cancelled, and even last Sunday. And what you mentioned is the TA session on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I think we had only on Friday and Saturday, and Sunday it was not there. Today is also not there. We had
So
only
it
two
is
sessions
there on
after.
Wednesday, Thursday. I can see that in the calendar. 4 to 6, and 4 to 6 from Wednesday and Thursday. Friday and Saturday it is 2 to 4.
No, in Thursday we didn't have any session of this thing. Math.
I can see that in
But
the.
it is newly
Maybe
joined.
What?
I think for next week only you are talking about the last 2 weeks.
Next week I'm talking about. Last week it was less. From next week it will happen 4 days. Yeah.
Yes, so now they have newly joined the.
And also the case is like when it comes for the session, because yesterday the sudden session, it will be nice that if we can at least have before 1 day before the session is being postponed. Because
Correct.
if we plan for the day,
Even yesterday, yeah, it was an emergency for me only. So I just went and I just mailed. Like I just by 6 only. Like I was having a session from 6 to 8 and one session from 8 to 10. But 6 to 8, I thought of I'll not be able to take 6 to 8. So I just shifted from 10 to 12 in the morning. That I took. That was ML like some session. 8 to 10, I was expecting that I'll be coming back by 8 and I'll take. But I was not able to. So I just mailed it from like wherever I was. I just mailed it from there itself. That I just scheduled that today. Yeah, I didn't cancel that. Yeah. So
because with regarding to TA also, I think it was Shikawat, I think, who took the TA section last week, if I'm right. And he mentioned the following day that also got cancelled in the last minute. We were actually waiting, and after that it got cancelled. So I see
if this is happening, you can just let me know, because for the Sunday session, I can think Sunday session they said that Sunday they'll not be able to take. So I have shifted from Sunday to Thursday for every week from now onwards. So that is the case for the Sunday. For the other weeks, I don't think so. There was any day where they didn't join or they.
at least in math, I think we had two TA sessions got cancelled in the last minute or something, if I'm right. To my knowledge, at least. When I came, I was waiting and got.
Okay, one I can know. One I know. Like I don't know about the other one. If you can just tell me the date, but that's like okay. So, but now onwards will not happen for sure. Yeah.
Thank you.
Sir,
Just I want to let you know
Thursday,
about it.
4 to 6, the timing, is it possible to shift, sir? So maybe we are working professionals.
So by like when should I sit? When what should be the time?
Maybe 6 to 8 you can choose.
I can choose it 6 to 8, but the problem is it will collapse with some of your instructor session for the other courses. So that's why I fixed it for 4 to 6, so that that's like, because most of the session, the instructor session happens from between 6 to 10. So that's why I kept it as 4 to 6. Yeah. So
But that day, your session only is there for Thursday. For the
no, I
for
will
my
be taking.
calendar, it is only. For my calendar, it's only your session. That is 4 to 6. That only available.
Arun, you have only taken, I think, one or two courses. But for people who are
Yes.
attending
That's why
four
I
course,
told. Yeah, that's why I
four
told.
course, then for them it will be mix and match of many things happening. I think what is correct, because Thursday to Sunday will be on the peak actually for the.
Correct. Mostly the session happens from Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
It's almost at the peak in the weekend.
Yeah.
Thank you, Vishal. That's I want to let you.
Okay, so if
Sir, I have sent you the question, sir.
Okay.
Just check, sir, like it is right or wrong, how it is.
Yeah, it will be okay. I can read that. Can you send? Okay, let's solve it. That will be the last one. That I'll just let you, like, I'll tell you how to. You're climbing a ladder, and that is slanted at an angle of 45 degrees in an anti-clockwise direction. In an anti-clock, so whatever the figure that you have drawn, that's not anti-clockwise. That's a clockwise direction that you have, whatever you have written.
Okay.
That's clockwise, right? That's like you have just, that should be anti-clockwise. Anti-clockwise is the opposite of the watch. Right?
No, sir. In the 45 degrees, sir, I have put it in the anti-clockwise, sir. No, clockwise.
Yeah, that is
Correct.
clockwise. So maybe that can be that. That's why you are getting a wrong answer, I guess.
No, I'm getting the answer, but like I just wanted to know how to plot this 45 degree.
45 degree, you can just you can just take like you just put, how can you put a ladder in a anti-clockwise direction, like the opposite direction that you have kept, right? Just take the reflection of have you you know
I got it.
So you can just put it in that way.
Reflection.
Yeah, other way.
Mirror image.
Correct. Mirror image of whatever you have planted right now. Just take the mirror image from. You can think 0 as your normal that you read in your reflection, right? The angle of reflection and incidence is same, right? In that way, I'm
yes.
And then draw it, and then you'll get the same answer, I guess. Okay.
Okay. Quadrant, I think so.
Thanks.
Okay. So I'll take all the other doubts tomorrow. Yeah. Go ahead.
I have the non-technical. It's not a regular this thing. This is non-technical. I asked you about this thing, regarding the qualifying thing for the test for the people who already qualified.
Okay. Can you please mail me so that I can just reply you there. So I'll just forward to the ops team and I'll get the exact information and then I'll forward the same thing to you.
Okay. That's Vishal at Study, am I right?
Yeah. Correct. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks everyone, and thanks.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sir. This is Hia. Sir, I just want to know, are the graded questions are different for different students?
Which one?
The graded questions are different for everyone, or the same questions we are getting? Because one or two questions which other students asked, I did not get, like that reflection one.
There can be some questions that will be different.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
That's
Sir, till now, sir.
That's a bundle of questions, and many of you get in the form of a permutation and combination. Like if there are some 100 questions, 100. Yeah.
So still, sir, the documents are saying that it is under verification, sir.
Which document?
Like the document which I have submitted for ID proof.
Okay. Maybe that is verification. You will be updated regarding that. Don't worry.
Okay, sir.
Obviously, family income are under verification. No.
Yeah. Maybe it will take some time to. After that, they'll come back to you. Yeah.
Yeah. Sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thanks everyone, and have a good night and bye. Yeah.
Good night,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thanks everyone. Thanks.